all for the sake of victory.
How to get laid like a warlord. 37 rules for approaching model tier women. Part 2 of 3. Inner game. The last episode of the How to Get Laid Like a Warlord series covered how to achieve frame control. Here's a quick recap of what was covered. 1. Frame means frame of mind and is synonymous with reality. 2. Men set the frame, women test the frame. 3. If a man's frame is strong, the woman submits, accepts the man's frame, and slowly generates attraction. 4. If the man's frame is weak, the woman becomes repulsed. She'll test even harder, and any previous attraction slowly fades. That is the general synopsis of the previous entry into this series. Click here to experience the full video. The next step to getting laid like a warlord is to master your inner game. This video will provide important concepts that will improve your inner game. The first 6 rules are red pill sidebar truth and knowledge bombs. They are fundamental to your inner game and absolute most important concepts one must understand. The next 4 rules are pivotal mentality shifts that will give you a healthy frame of mind to operate from when seducing women. The final 4 rules are actionable advices you can try the next time you're out gaming. By understanding all 14 rules and concepts, you will master your inner game. Inner game can be defined as the conscious and subconscious thoughts and beliefs that influence a person's behaviors. By perfecting your inner game, you will understand uncomfortable truths, win the battle raging inside of you, and master your mind. Rule number 1. You won't get all the girls, but you will get girls. An immutable law of life is not everyone is going to like you. If you go out into the world expecting to have every woman you encounter drip for your seed, then you're in for a rude awakening. There is no secret phrase to activate every girl's primal brain and make her attracted to you. There is, however, a fantastic little red pill that will help you learn how to get girls. If you follow the advice given by the red pill, yeah, you'll still discuss some girls, but guess what? You'll also see more girls ogling you, and even more girls becoming open and receptive to your advances. As the old saying goes, some girls hate you, some girls love you, most girls want to see what you got. Rule number 2. Not every woman will like you, but some women will crave you. You want girls who are at your beck and call, the ones who see you as their number 1 cock. It's better to be the guy who girls make time for than the guy who women have to check their schedule for. Don't break your back trying to impress a girl who says things like this to you. Maybe we'll hang out. Let me get back to you on that. Don't put yourself through that bullshit, especially if you have a cock-thirsty plate throwing herself at you day and night. Variety may be the spice of life, but why put yourself through the stress and trouble of jumping through one woman's hoops when you have another woman who will give you awesome sex on command? Women who like you will make your life easier. Now, if you go around thinking, man, I don't need this hoe, I already got another one just waiting for me to give her the dick, then you're gonna have a good time. Rule number 3. There is no one special girl, but some girls are made specially for you. On the most basic level, women have warm vagina holes that are a great source of pleasure. They are all the same in that regard. However, some you're gonna click with, like puzzle pieces. But that's all it is, a click. You two are highly compatible genetic puzzle pieces that snap together. She is the Fisher-Price puzzle slot, and you are the shape that fits inside of her. You may be able to fit into other slots with enough tenacity, but the truth is, nothing will feel as easy as being with a girl you vibe with. And when the drooling 4-year-old named Life decides to fling the toy across the room and you get launched out of your slot, don't worry, because Fisher-Price makes millions of the same puzzle game. And even if you can't find another Fisher-Price puzzle, You can still probably shove your cylindrical shaped puzzle piece into other slots. But we all know it's just not going to be as fun as the slots made for us. Rule number 4. No woman belongs to you except for in the moment. When you're with your girl, you should be the only person on her mind. Her cell phone should be silent and you two should be enjoying each other's company and intimacy. No woman belongs to you, but this is your turn with her. Once that date is over, it's fair game, man. If you put a leash on a dog, you control it. But when you take the leash off, the fucker's probably gonna run around and sniff every butt in town until it gets a new owner, gets run over, or starves to death. Some dogs get captured and returned to you. Other dogs stand there, waiting for you to put the leash back on their neck. Other dogs, they wander around, but come back to you when you call their name. Women are exactly like that. When you're not in their presence anymore, that's it. Your turn with her is over. They'll talk to their orbiters, they'll talk to their side niggas. Don't get jealous, cause it's gonna happen. If you finished fucking and you're just doing your thing at your work desk while she's laying on the bed, then it's fine. You had your way with her and went on to do other things. She's gonna pull out her phone, it's what girls do. And it's mostly just because she's waiting for you to initiate something else. But on the flip side to that coin, if she's calling and texting other guys while you two are doing something, like trying to sex it up, cook dinner, bowl, coffee date, watching a movie together, or whatever, then you're doing it wrong, bro. Rule number 5. All women are like that, but not all women do that. Women are like guns. They're fun, dangerous, and all share the potential to inflict some serious damage. Treat them as if they're all loaded. And I'm sure you've heard this red pill horror story before. A man and a woman are in an inseparable, perfect relationship until suddenly, it just happened, and she rides on the next dick. Spare yourself the heartache and get it through your thick head that all women are like that, okay? You must accept and be okay with the potentials. Be okay with nature, man. She ain't designed to be monogamous. It's never gonna happen. It's better to accept the potential of her cheating or her infidelity and going about your life instead of sitting in paralyzed fear, paranoid about the possibility. Ask yourself, if a better version of you came around your girl, would she leave you for your better? It's you, exactly, except he's better at being you. Here's another question. If you're walking down the road and Brad Pitt or The Rock or Vin Diesel walk down the street and try and pick up your girl, will your girl give him her number? I think they would. And you know what? That's okay, man, because all guns can fire, but not all guns are loaded. All women have the potential to cheat, but not all women cheat. All women are like that, but not all women do that. Rule number 6. You will fail, but you're not a failure. Man, I've approached girls who laughed at me, who awkwardly exchanged glances with their female friend and walked away, who made me wait for them for months while they were banging Chad. I've been there, man. I've let guaranteed lays slip through my fingers. I've failed. But you know what else? I've gotten the attention of a bombshell and fucked the hottest girl I've ever fucked. I've also retained a model as a long-term plate. I fucked girls just by asking them if they wanted to be my friend with benefits. Seduction is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu dojo. The white belt gets tapped out 1,000 times in 1,000 fantastically new ways. He'll score some submissions here and there, and eventually he'll learn how to escape bad situations, place himself in good situations, and before you know it, the coach is calling him in to break in the newbies. No black belt master got to where they were without being submitted countless times. And you know what happens when you get that black belt? You still get submitted. Having the knowledge and experience of a black belt will make it a heck of a lot easier to win, but life is a divine comedy. You can know all the right moves to make and still lose. And that's okay, man. Life is half chance. You can only do so much to influence the outcome. Rule number 7. The battle is won or lost inside you before it's ever fought. We've said the only way to arouse a woman to the point where she wants to sleep with you is off approaching her and passing her tests. Now, how do you pass her tests? Well, you gotta understand that they're all frame tests. The entire purpose of these tests is to see if you have a strong frame that won't buckle under pressure. You don't win by knowing how to pass the tests. The real value is having a strong frame to begin with. As Sun Tzu says in The Art of War, every battle is won or lost before it's ever fought. Rule number 8. The I am enough frame is the gold dust that gets you 9s and 10s. The basis of your inner game is the idea that you are enough. In other words, you have value to women simply because you're a man. Everything else is built upon that foundation. You don't have to do anything to attract a girl. She's already attracted to you simply because you're more relaxed than she is. You don't have to impress her, you don't have to change anything, and you don't have to improve your game beyond what it's at now. You can do these things if you want, and sure, they may help you, like going to the gym and lifting weights. That's gonna make it a lot easier for you to pick up girls, but you don't have to. You're already good enough simply because you're a man, you got testosterone, and a dick. Women value that. Now when it comes to attraction, it's both binary and a scale. When you approach a woman, she's gonna put you through her sexual selection screening process, and the first step in that is binary. She's gonna look at you and say, would I fuck this guy? Yes or no? If it's a no, that's it, you lost, bro, you ain't banging that chick. But if it's a yes, then she's gonna send you over to her scale screening process, where she's gonna be thinking, I'll fuck him, but I wouldn't be proud of it or tell anybody. Or, I'll fuck him because he's so damn hot. Or, I'll fuck him and yeah, it'd be fun, yeah. So as you can see, it's both binary and a scale. Rule number 9. Men and women are meant to get together. We fit together like a key and a lock. There have been many studies done in which women smell men's sweaty t-shirts and it changes the chemistry of their brain, making them more relaxed and calm. Your masculinity is inherently attractive to women. It's the same as how their femininity is inherently attractive to you. Rule number 10. Standards are a myth. Society has fooled people into believing some girls are too good and too classy to have sex, and that's a load of steaming horseshit, okay? Everyone is a horny scoundrel. We've been brainwashed by our culture into believing that some people, mostly women, have something called standards. Women don't have any standards, okay, man? Not really, and neither do men. Imagine you're laying in bed with a 5, alright? She's a little bit chubby, has a plain face, you probably wouldn't be proud of fucking her, but whatever. Her skin's soft, she smells good, she has a nice personality, a cute round butt, and more importantly, she's naked and wet for you. Are you gonna say no? Probably not if we're being honest with each other. You'd almost definitely fuck her if you could be certain that A, she'd leave afterwards, and B, no one would find out. There's a natural magnetism between men and women. We have no willpower around each other. Women are the exact same way, trust me. If I can shoot out of my league, you can too. Rule number 11. Be a woman's cheat meal. You can be a 4 and she can be a 9. If the circumstances are right, if you're the right guy at the right place at the right time, she'll fuck you as long as there's no downside. Why? Because sex feels good. Even the hottest, slimmest yoga bunny pigs out on pizza every once in a while. It's human nature. We're not strong, okay? We are weak. We pretend to have standards to the outside world, but deep down inside, no one has any standards and we know it. Hot women are exactly the same, okay? Hot women have diarrhea too. If you can hold frame, pass a woman's test, and lead her to somewhere sex can happen while creating plausible deniability for her, she will fuck you. You'd be amazed at how easy it is when you get it down. Rule number 12. Enter the Fight Club. Getting a hot woman into bed is like the hazing scene in Fight Club, where the new recruits are lined up outside the door. Tyler berates the recruits with personal insults. He forces them to stand outside for days. He tells them there's no possibility they're getting into the Fight Club, and most believe Tyler. Most give up their frame and enter his. But there are a few who stay, and ultimately they are the ones invited inside. Seducing hot women is the exact same thing. It's a war of attrition. Women will pretty much fuck any guy who's around at the end of the night, so long as he has a stronger frame than she does. But you have to stick around. You can't leave when she insults you or acts disinterested. If you do, you're failing her tests. Rule number 13. Stop thinking you need to be Alpha Chad J Thundercock to get hot girls. It's helpful at first, but will ultimately stress you out. Your frame is not, I'm the most badass motherfucker who's better than everybody. Your frame is simply, I am enough. It's hard to go around thinking you're the most badass Chad to ever hit the scene, especially in the face of conflicting evidence. It's gonna cause cognitive dissonance and stress. Women and men are meant to get together. I am a man, therefore women are already attracted to me on some baseline level. That's not a hard frame to maintain. It doesn't stretch the truth, it doesn't cause cognitive dissonance, and there's much more resilience in the face of tests and resistance, which is the most critical element to getting the hottest girls. Rule number 14. Cultivate a reality distortion field. In order to do this, you must fully internalize the I am enough belief system. Understanding it in theory isn't enough. You have to feel it with your whole essence. You will have to believe it with total, unquestioning, brainwashed, zealot conviction. And the more you think about the idea that there's no reason you're not enough, the more it will feel true. Things tend to become true to us through repetition, not logic. Humans are illogical, emotional creatures. Use self-hypnosis if necessary. Find every reason you can to support the belief that you are enough, while cultivating deliberate blindness to anything that contradicts it. Don't be a slave to logic. Make logic a slave to you. This is how you cultivate a reality distortion field. And that's it. Now you're on the way to mastering your inner game. Here's a very quick recap. You won't get all the girls, but you will get girls. The battle is won or lost before the approach. Men and women are meant to get together. Your reality is the only true reality. Tune in to the next video and keep an eye out for the next entry into the How to Get Laid Like a Warlord series. Be sure to leave a comment, live victoriously, and subscribe.